All right. Chat is there. I think I'm live. Let me double check. Sorry guys, I'm using this new streaming software and it's a little bit, it's been a while since I've used it, so. Alright, I'm live. Cool. Ohio Fish Rescue is going to be running late tonight. Josh is not there, so you know Big Rich is just going to be talking and talking for a while. I am back on the YouTube studio, the software. I'm not using the mobile stream tonight, and I did get the second camera set up. Let me get that going. Should be up here now. And also, let me throw in, as you guys know, there's a discount code. You can use the discount code YouTube, which is right here. When you check out on the website, it saves you 10%. Anyways, Merry Christmas, everybody. It's coming up. I guess this is my last stream before Christmas. Come Christmas, next Friday is Christmas, right? So I'm not planning on doing a stream, just so you guys know. If I'm home, I might just go ahead and do it. But we'll see how next Friday goes with, family and all that. If anybody happens to be on, then maybe I'll do a live stream. But anyways, Matt F. with the super chat already. Thank you so much. He's starting this new 614 super chat amount. And in case you guys don't know, that's the website, 614fish.com. But he says, let's get to naming the fish. So this is what I'm doing. So here's my plan on naming the fish. If you guys don't know, if let me catch you up to speed. My birthday was Sunday. Josh Price from Ohio Fish Rescue, the ultimate fish keeper. Hey, I just saw something pop up in this corner. Did it work? It looks like it might have worked. I'm trying bells and whistles with this software, so hopefully it's doing some cool stuff. But if not, whatever. But anyways, Josh came down on Sunday for my birthday to bring me my sump I bought from him. And it's the 250 gallon. I released a video on it. I'm going to cap the top and turn the sump into a tank. Anyways, he brought me a surprise. I didn't know anything about it. It was a 100% surprise. He brought me a Fahaka Puffer. And it's tiny. It's actually smaller than my pea puffer. They're probably almost the same length, but my pea puffer's got a lot of bulk on them. Ever since I moved the pea puffer into the community tank with the guppies, it was overloaded with bladder snails. He's just been eating nonstop. He's a chunky little pea puffer. Well, anyways, I got this Fahaka Puffer now. And I decided this is a fish I'm going to keep forever. And I already decided that Fahakas get big. They can get up to like 1.5 feet long. And if he gets to that size quickly, I'm going to put him in that 250 gallon tank. So this isn't one of those fish that you buy and then all of a sudden you run out of room. I already know he's going to need a bigger tank once he gets big enough, and I have a 250 now for him. So tonight I'm going to listen to what you guys are saying as far as names, and I'm making a list. I got 2 names on here already from pre the show in the chat, and I'm going to write them down, and then what I'll do is I'll take the top few that I like the most. I'm going to do a poll on the community page. So in YouTube, where I do the hey, here's a new video for members, or when I post the pictures of the random stuff, I can do a poll, and you guys can vote and pick the name of the Fahaka Puffer. I'm leaving it totally up to you guys. Granted, it's going to be the top few choices that I like, but it comes down to what you guys vote for. So tonight, I'll be going through the chat, writing down some of the names I like, and if I think they're silly, I'll be honest, I'll leave them out. But I got another super chat from IHSP, and it's for 614, $6.14. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Von Yinzer said, Stay Fishy Friday was a blast. Now on to SE Aquatics. Looking forward to the name game. Yes. Mike said the software is off with your voice and mouth moving. Oh, crap. Yeah, I'll have to mess with that. Not on the live stream. I know that there's some tweaks I can do to that. So I'll have to mess with that after the live stream. But thank you for letting me know. I'll mess with that this weekend. Oh, also, so the 200-gallon cube, let me update you on that. So the whole plan on that is to put that sucker in the wall. It's going to be in the garage, cut a hole in the wall so it's viewed from my family room. I've been debating what to do with that tank as far as stocking it. And I always wanted a really, really nice display tank in my family room. And for the longest time, I wanted a water box aquarium. And I wanted to run a sump on it, have a really nice display, and I always wanted a discus. And talking to LRB, he said, there's nothing wrong with that, but he said, just so you know, keeping that tank hot, if you're keeping it at 84 degrees, he's like, it's going to warm up your house. Because his whole garage from that 240 with the discus really heated his garage. It's a big volume of water that's hot. It's a big heat sink. So now I'm thinking, I got this tank that I'm going to have to heat because it's in the garage. It's got to be heated, but it's not going to transfer much heat into the house. So I might make it a discus tank. I'm thinking maybe I'm still doing the trunk treescape to hide the overflow, but I'm thinking it would be cool. It's a nice big square tank to have some really beautiful discus in that tank. So I really want this to be my showpiece, so when people come over, it's the 200-gallon tank in the wall and have some really beautiful discus in there. So that's kind of my plan right now, and obviously plans can change, but I'm really thinking a planted discus tank. So we'll see how that goes. I want to read this chat and see what names are being thrown out there. Let me see. Matt F. said Chomper, which I wrote that down. I don't know. There's something about Chomper that kind of made me smile when I read it. It's like it's like plain and almost like you would expect that or something from a pufferfish, but I like it. So Chomper's going on the list. Nick's here. Hey, Nick. I don't know if I've seen you in a while, Nick. I hope all is well with you and your family. Tank looks great. That was actually Nick's old tank. Nick gave me that tank back, when it was all like clouded or hazed. So that's Nick's old tank. The ad on all the streams today have been non-skippable. It's been driving me crazy. Yeah, I noticed that on... Whose stream was I watching? I don't know if it was Steam Thoughts. Somebody streamed the other day I watched. It was non-skippable. I don't know if they're just with people being on Christmas breaks and stuff like that, if they're hitting them hard with the ads. But I appreciate you watching the ad. It does help me, so thank you. Let me keep moving. Mickey says, is it Hawken? Oh, okay, yeah. Is actually a male name over here. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of reading as we go. John says those plants in your tank look awesome. Yeah, those are just sword plants. If you happen to buy a sword plant off the website, you're actually getting one of these smaller plants there in the front. I just fed these guys, so I don't know if you can see on the video. So they're eating a little bit of Tetracolor and some Sarah catfish chips. But I also noticed the Malaysian trumpet snails are coming out now too. They come out at this time of night. But yeah, so there's five smaller swords in this tank. You can kind of see them in the foreground. Those are the ones that are for sale on the website. So you're actually seeing what you buy. And then they obviously get bigger. But I tried to all my plants into fish tanks to help them convert, and then I basically use them as a nitrate removal until somebody buys them. So it's kind of benefiting me until they sell. But it helps them grow quicker too when they're in a tank that's got a plant growing light and all that. Let me see. And Nick says, making a list, checking it twice. My chat just jumped. I just saw something. Puffer McPuff face. Long Dong Silver. Igor should be the name. Let me write some of these down. Little Puff. Tiffany White, hello. I hope you're doing well. Name the puffer Buck for the Buckeyes. I'm down with that. Buck. I can't name him Brutus because Ohio Fish Rescue already took Brutus. Okay, so IHSP said whoever is having audio video sync issues, I had to close YouTube completely and come back in, but it fixed the issue. Okay, that's good to know. I was thinking if like the sound was a little bit off, maybe it was my I can sync the camera to my microphone to all of this crap. It's a lot of testing, which I actually did a YouTube members only stream that was like a few minutes long, try and test some of this stuff out. But the problem I'm really having is I'm using a cell phone that's using an app to be able to turn it into a webcam. So I really got too much pass-through stuff going on. I really need to just buy a digital camera that's specifically just for live streaming, and then I won't have to mess with it. Maybe after Christmas, and because everything right now seems like prices are jacked up no matter what you're trying to buy. I mentioned to you guys before I was going to try to buy some new computer parts to make my computer faster for the video editing, and the prices on video cards right now are triple of what they were a couple months ago. Supply is very, very short-handed and demand's super high. I'm assuming there's a lot of people working from home and they're upgrading their computers and all this stuff, but and then with the pandemic there's just a shortage, but stuff's really expensive, so I'm holding off on the computer stuff until after the holidays, and hopefully the demand kind of goes down a little bit, but we'll have to see on that. You know, I just noticed this chat that's in my software doesn't highlight my name, so let me switch over to this screen. Let me see. Name it. Small Fry Quack says name equals Kevin. I'll write it down. As soon as I hear Kevin, I think of Home Alone. If he'll get real big, call him Tiny. I'll put Tiny down. They supposedly get a foot and a half. I don't know how long it would take for him to get to a foot and a half, but we'll see. Nick said, looks great, buddy. My wife just saw how great the tank looks, and she was like, how did he do that? Just some elbow grease in a few hours. And the right products. If I donate the most, you have to name him whatever I choose. Deal. Evan, I don't trust you on picking the name. I feel like you could donate me $1,000 and I still would say no, just because I'd be afraid of what you would name him. Matt F says, Evan, put your money where your mouth is. Oh, jeez. Sam Sings, you're serious? Hello? John said, I do not have a single tank set up. I would for sure buy from you if I need anything for a tank. I appreciate that. You need to get a tank set up. I Hate Stupid People needs to get multiple more tanks. I think IHSP always... Was it IHSP or was it Patty? One of them was talking about they want a guppy a mixed guppy tank. I think it was IHSP, but you can never have too many tanks. Igor is a good one. Igor is up there. I like Igor. Uh-oh. Metalhead Prime in the house. Where there's one, there's usually two, so keep your eye out. I'm trying to keep up with the chat tonight, guys. I know I'm terrible with keeping up, but I think I'm doing pretty good tonight. I think I'm at the bottom. Let me see. You can make Haley happy, name him Squirrel. I'll write it down. I'll write it down. Matt F says, email me your address and I'll ship you a cam. Oh, you don't have to do that, bud. I've been looking at, so I have a digital camera, like a DSLR. It's old, but doesn't do video. And I was like, man, maybe I'll sell this and then get like a newer one that's got video. And my camera, it's a Nikon, but it's so old that it's worth like $40 on eBay. Like, it's not worth anything. So I'm going to keep it. And then I know they sell adapters to run different lenses. So like you have because I have quite a few Nikon lenses. But say I end up buying like a Sony camera and maybe they use their own lenses, I can buy an adapter to run my Nikon lenses. So I'm looking at getting like a DSLR that does video, but that I'm waiting until after the holidays to see what ends up happening with pricing. Von Yunzer said, what kind of substrate are you using in that? So, this is my rant, and some of you long-timers might know this rant. That is the black diamond blasting sand that you get from like Tractor Supply. It is the fine version. Do not buy it, Von Yunzer. You can buy the medium. I heard medium's fine, but the fine stuff, do not buy it. It's like dust, and it actually fills up the box filters. And I won't do a video. So the canister filter, which I got from Ohio Fish Rescue, it's a Cascade. It's like one of the bigger Cascades. I have yet to clean it, and it's been on there for a few months. It's got to be packed full of sand by now. If these box filters, which are driven off of air, fill up with sand, that canister's got to have a ton of sand. So I'm going to do a video on not like how to clean a canister filter. Who cares about that? Like, there's a ton of videos. I want to do a video on what's it look like in that because of the substrate. It grows plants just fine, and you know, a lot of people are afraid of sand. I love sand substrates. I typically use pool filter sand if I'm doing something big, or if it's a smaller project or a display tank, I use the Carib Sea sand. But for like grow out tanks, I use pool filter sand where I'm not like concerned about looks. That's the route I go. The 200 cube, I have a 50-pound bag of Carib Sea sand sitting in the garage for that tank. So for like display stuff, I like to go, you know, nice with the Carib Sea sand, but pool filter sand is the way to go. I wanted a black sand, so that's why I tried this, and I was thinking fine sand would be great for like corridoras, and I just didn't realize how fine this stuff was. And it's gray. It's not that really that black like an actual black sand for an aquarium would be. But it's the fine stuff, and it made a mess. It was so dusty. And I even pre-rinsed it, and it's a mess. But my buddy uses the medium stuff, and he has no issues. Okay, let me see where I was. Shell Dweller Shelly would be a cool name too. Question mark from Mickey. I don't know. I'm not really feeling it, to be honest. Because I think of Shell Dweller Shelly's as, you know, the actual species of fish, which is a fish I really want. I really want some shellies. I'm starting to get into that. I want to build the fish room bigger. If you guys have noticed, I've been doing more content this month. I feel like I've released more videos this month than I did like the last 2 months combined, and I need to pull the trigger on the garage. It's just there's right now with like the holidays and like buying Christmas presents and like bunch of birthdays all grouped together. I'm kind of holding off on like dumping money into anything right now. But once like Christmas is over, I want to get started on the garage. I think the first thing I'm going to do is knock out the insulation in the walls, get the wall panels done that I want to do, rip all the, well, there's no insulation in the exterior wall, so I need to get insulation, but I just know that's going nickel and dime me. I know insulation is going to add up, and then the panels, I just know it's stuff that's going to add up, and then I got to do the electrical, but that's stuff I'm itching to do because I love mechanical work. I love that stuff, so I really want to do that, but I want to get that 250 going, I want to get the 200 going, and I got one of my wholesalers sent me their fish list this week, and it's like 3 times as big as it normally is, so I'm guessing they're finally getting good shipments in, and they have a ton of corridoras that they normally don't have. You know, I saw the red lasers and the green lasers, the jaguar corridoras, which is the false spot corridora, is also known as the jaguar. They normally don't have those, and they have them. I'm like, man, I really want to buy these. But I'm like, you know what? Let me wait until I get the garage up and going, because I want to have the big tanks in the garage, but I also want to do tanks just for breeding and selling fish. So, yeah, I gotta do the garage. So that's going to be this winter's project for sure, and I feel like the videos will be really starting to come out here pretty soon. Adele says, oh my god, squirrel, yes. Pumpkin. Pumpkin was a beer I used to drink quite a bit. I haven't had it in a few years. Bruce. I'll put Bruce down. I don't know if Haley's in this chat yet, but I'll have to text her and say that squirrel was one of the names. Maybe I'll do multiple rounds. Maybe I'll do like, here's the 10 names, vote for them, and then I'll limit that down to like 5 or 3, and then we'll do like a final vote. Jeffrey says, all my puffers have been named Puff Daddy. Simple and easy. My chat just jumped. IHSP said, I do like the name Puff, but prefer to think of it in the Puff the Magic Dragon sense, though. Let me see. I use Black Diamond from Tractor Supply in 3 of my tanks. Nick, do you use the fine stuff or the medium? Because I think that probably is a huge difference. Patty the Puffer. Alright, scrolling. You're getting squirrely. Yep, I get squirrely. Metalhope Prime for $5. You tell me a good time to help you with the garage after next week. I'm running to OFAR and planning on heading your way. I'll help you do whatever. I appreciate that, man. Maybe I'll have to get like a weekend. So I actually got to work tomorrow, but like I need to figure out a weekend because I know Josh said he'd come down and help. I need to get a weekend planned out sometime in the future where I can just get a bunch of people here and we'll get some pizza and beer or whatever and knock out some garage walls. But I thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. At SC, how is your Fahaka Puffer doing? He is doing good. I just fed him some mysis shrimp tonight. I've been rotating between baby brine, like live baby brine, bloodworms, frozen adult brine, and tonight he got frozen mysis shrimp. So just kind of varying it up. And then I popped in a bunch of ram's horn snails into his tank, and they're adult size, so he's not messing with them. I'm trying to get these ram's horns to breed in his tank, so that way it pops out. Try to get a ton of babies in there. I have a ton of snails around here, so I can constantly feed him snails. But I'm trying to get him also breeding in that tank, just to keep the food source constantly going for him. I'm trying to bulk him up, get him some size. He's a cute little guy. I mean, he's the size of a pea puffer that you get from a local store. So I'm excited to see him once he gets a little bit bigger. But this will probably be kind of like a mascot fish. Because I don't have any. The only fish that's actually named out of all the, I don't know how many tanks I have right now, 50 to 60 tanks. There's Jake the Aranda goldfish. He's the only fish that's currently named. So this would be fish number 2. Small fry aquatics at SE Aquatics. I need the name of your wholesaler. LOL, my guys don't have anything. Yeah, I can shoot you who I use. I actually use like what I currently I'm using like 3 different wholesalers. So basically every wholesaler has a list each week, and I just go through and see who's either got the best pricing or who's got something that the other ones don't, because you basically have to kind of figure out like, okay, wholesaler A has this fish I really want, wholesaler B has this I want. It's like, alright, so I'm probably going to place my order with wholesaler B, because if they only got one fish I want, it's not worth paying the shipping for overnight from California. Nick said, what's in your 200-gallon tank? The 200-gallon tank's actually empty. I just got it a couple weeks ago, and it's in the garage because it doesn't fit in my house without taking the front door frame out, and I'm not ready to mess with that yet. So I decided to sorry, I was reading one of the chats. I decided to keep the tank in the garage. It's the 200 gallons, 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet. It's a 200-gallon cube, and it's only viewed from the front panel. The sides are colored acrylic, so you can only see from the front. I was like, man, like a 3-foot square box, like that's a big footprint in my family room that I can only see from the front. I'm like, this thing would be sweet in a wall, so I'm going to put it in the wall between my garage and my family room, so the tank will be in the garage, but you view it from the family room. And I've been researching. It's really for like salt water, but if you guys know of, if you've heard of like the like Apex systems, there's a system called the Hydros by Coral View. I like it a little bit better, but it's mainly for like monitoring saltwater tanks. But they have all these sensors. Temperature, you can have water leak sensors, flow meters, water height, so in the sump, because it will be a sump tank. You can have water level sensors in there. You can hook up a bunch of stuff to it and then monitor it from an app. So what I want to do, and I just took it to the other room, I have my iPad in here. I want to go on Amazon, buy like the cheapest tablet. It can be Android or whatever. They're not that expensive. You can get a tablet for like $40-$50 and mount it on the wall, and that way I can see all the parameters of the tank. So the tank will be in the wall, and then next to it will be like an iPad or some sort of tablet that shows like, hey, the temperature of the tank is this, your water level's this. I can read everything from inside the house. It'd be kind of like tech geeky, if you will, but that's what I plan on doing with that. Let me see. Who else? let me see. Remember, if you tag me at SC Aquatics, it highlights it on my screen. So if you have any questions or if you're throwing a name out there, it's easier to do that. Or it's easier for me to read it. Because right now I'm just trying to scroll and read as quickly as I can to see what's directed at me versus what's like side chat. Nick says, I have a 4-inch Texas cichlid I want to rehome. He would love a 200-gallon or whatever tank is not the discus tank. I'm not really into cichlids, Nick, but I can always take them up to Ohio Fish Rescue. They take cichlids, so if you do want to get rid of them or rehome them, I can always take them up to Ohio Fish Rescue for you. But so I was saying I was off. I got to work tomorrow, so I'm drinking coffee, which is probably not the best idea right now. Whatever, I guess. But I got to work tomorrow. But then I'm off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I got to work Christmas Eve, and then I'm off Christmas Day. And that might sound a little weird, so I'll tell you why. I basically had 3 vacation days I had to burn by the end of this month. My vacation resets January 2nd, because it's not because of the first of the year. It's actually, that's when I got hired on. My vacation resets my hire on date. So it was a use it or lose it, and I had 3 days. And so my boss was like, why don't you take like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off so I have Christmas Eve off? Well, Christmas Eve in an automotive shop is actually kind of fun. We all just kind of, it's a really, there'll be probably like a lot of waiters, people driving to go see family and they get a flat tire. We'll have stuff like that. Or like, I need my oil change. I'm going out of town today. Like, we always have that kind of stuff. But it's usually a really fun atmosphere because everybody's pumped up for Christmas. And it's an early day. We get out a few hours early. I'm like, I don't want to burn a vacation day on the most fun day of the year. So I'm off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I work Christmas Eve. And then, so like I said at the beginning of the stream, I might go live on Christmas at my normal time. Hopefully all the family activities is done by 8:30. And if you guys are done with your family activities, you want to hang out, I probably won't be doing a topic or anything. It'll probably be, let's talk about Christmas, and hopefully everybody had a good one, stuff like that. Don't hold me to it, though, because I don't know how my Christmas activities are going to end up. But if I'm here, I'll do it. Patty said, yeah, boy, 3 days in a row. Yeah, so it kind of sucks because I didn't realize I worked tomorrow. So at first I was like, man, I got 5 days off in a row. I got to work tomorrow, but I get off at noon, so it's not like a long day at all. I got a couple cars I need to catch up on from this week, some projects, and then whatever comes in the door tomorrow. But should be an easy day, I hope. Patty says, oh, the name of the puffer, I said it earlier, but it was a bomb. Fahaka Puffer. I don't know if I can use that, Patty. IHSP said, how about Shelby, as in a Mustang? IHSP, I'm not a Ford guy. I'm not a Ford person. I do like Shelbys. I think they're cool. So I could get down with Shelby. But if I'm thinking, I could see where the fish gets sick. I'm like, oh great, Shelby is broken. Like, big surprise. But I don't know. Like, it probably wouldn't make my top 3. I think I could put it in the first round. But Mickey said Hawken. Metalhead said Northern or Southern Ohio. I'm next door in Indiana. Where am I at? Yeah, Metalhead. Nick and I are both in like Columbus, Ohio, like dead center Ohio. Von Yinzer said, no love, is it Kahiki? Is that how you pronounce that? Kahiki? As a name for the puffer? I can write that down. Matt F said, ouch, I'm gonna head out. Uh-oh, what did I say? Where am I at? Matt F. Scroll in. Matt, I don't know what you said. I might have missed it. Actually, I don't see anything from you. Is my chat messed up? Puffy McPuffface. Puffy McPuffface. Von Yinzer said, at Patty, no joke, retail is coming this coming week. It's going to be brutal. I hate telling people that product is not going to be available till March. So, I think it was a live stream I did, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, about I stopped selling fish online. I noticed a lot of other people are now following kind of suit in that pattern of not selling fish right now. From last week's live stream with the members only, members are getting ONIP tabs sent to them in the mail to test. I sent those out Monday morning, and I just got the tracking update yesterday on them, Thursday. So 4 days. The posts, here's the issue with the posts with anything right now, is you got extremely a large amount of people buying online this season, mainly because of COVID. So sales online are quadrupled, and post office, whether it's USPS, UPS, FedEx, they're having people that are getting COVID, and then they're quarantining for 14 days, so they're short-staffed, and they're extremely busy, so it makes for a bad time to ship right now. So I put off shipping on fish, and I saw some other hobbyist breeders like myself, and also other online stores that are holding off on shipping, which I think is for the best, to be honest. I know it sucks. I did have 2 emails for people that wanted to buy some Super Reds, and I think there was something else. I honestly don't remember what it was, but I know there was 2 Super Red orders, and I will ship them as soon as I can. Once I feel like the shipping. So here's how it works. So there's no definite like shipping's back to normal, but just from prior experience, you have this huge rush before Christmas, and then after Christmas you gotta give it at least 2 weeks, because people are getting stuff for Christmas and they're like, oh, I don't want this, so they're sending stuff back. Like, I don't want this, sending it back to Amazon, I want my credit, or whatever they're doing. So you can't just start shipping right after Christmas. You gotta wait a couple weeks, kind of let everything catch up, let the people that are off for New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, let them get back to work and catch up. So it's looking probably at least a week into January, if not end of January, before I start shipping fish. And I still don't have heat packs. They're just really overpriced right now, and I saw another hobbyist that ships fish got a full case of heat packs in, and now they're selling those off to people because they know that you can't get them right now, so they're making their profit on reselling them, which I'm not hating on them, but I'm just saying, like, it's to the point where, like, people know these are even worth more money, so they're reselling even what they have, and they ship fish themselves. So I hate stupid people says my youngest says Spike. I'll write it down. We'll put Spike on there. Patty, that one has been suggested. What? Puffer McPuffface. I'll put Puffer McPuff face. I'll probably put the community post up right after this, so you guys can vote on a name, the first round of names, and we'll try to limit this list down. We'll put Dragon. Alright, dragon down. And that was Dragon for Puff the Magic Dragon. Patty. Okay, well, I like that one then, to whoever suggested it. Brilliant. Metalhead, where in Indiana are you? You might have said that. Oh, okay, I just read up. Matt F said, you said you're not a Ford guy. I'm not a Ford guy. My dad had a Ford pickup truck growing up. He had a Chevy pickup truck. I don't know. I always had GM pickup trucks, and they've treated me good. So Ford makes a nice truck. I just think they're really expensive. Really expensive for what you're getting. But I gotta say, when it comes to a Mustang or Camaro, I think the Mustang is a better car. I'm just not a Ford person. My buddy had it one of the Shelby GT500s, and it was super fast. But I won't say I'll never own a Ford. I won't say that, but it's not my first choice. Puffin. I'll write that down. Puffin. I wonder how many things I can put in a vote, in a community post to vote on. It might have to be like a multiple post deal. How about wasabi? I'll put wasabi down. It's going to be interesting to see what ends up being the name. Tim said Mando. If you guys watch Mandalorian, please tell me you saw tonight's episode. Holy cow. It was crazy. And to be honest, I won't try to do a spoiler. I won't give it away, but at the end, with the Jedi, if you guys watch it, it was not who I thought it was going to be at all. So I was really surprised by that. But yeah, let's keep going. Coco. Puff Puff Give. I mean, I'll write it down. I don't know about that. Mainly because I don't partake. So I don't know if I really want to have a name where I'm like, hey, here's Puff Puff Give. Sheldon, okay. Like Sheldon Cooper. Don't spoil it. I won't spoil it. Nick, it's a fantastic episode. It just sucks because it's the last one of the season. Evelyn said my brother knew straight away who it was. So, like, there was a moment where I saw the glove. I was like, wait a minute. But it just didn't dawn on me the time frame of when the Mandalorian series takes place in the whole Star Wars universe. So, once I saw it, I was like, is that them? Yeah. As soon as he walked in. CPC Aquatic said Bubbles. I'll write that down. Patty says, I have literally driven past Ofar about 20 times. Well, you got to stop in and say hi to him. Nick said, oh my god, you guys are going to spoil it. It might happen. It was a really good episode. I'm surprised you haven't watched it yet. After my live stream, you got to go watch it. It's really good. It makes you want to, like, know what happens next. And, oh, here's a little tip for you. Watch through the credits. So my coworker was actually off today because he had burn vacation day. So he watched the show at some point today. I was like, dude, like, I can't believe the end credits. I'm like, did you watch it? He's like, no. And then, like 5 minutes later, he commented on the ending credits. So you gotta make sure you watch all the way through to the end credits. Von Unser said Blinky. I'm sure I'm probably missing some. Bubbles is already a named fish from another YouTube fish channel. I'm blanking on the channel. Kent's Fish, hello? Okay. Someone new is getting their own show. Oh, well, old anyways. Oh, I guess I should mention next month. I don't know the exact date yet. It's going to be one of two dates. Let me pull up the calendar. I think it's either the 15th or 22nd. It's a Friday. I was asked to go live on Big Hank Tank's channel. And he goes live, I think, at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, he goes live 10:30 Central Time, 11:30 Eastern Time. He asked if I would go live on his channel. I said I would. So we're thinking it's going to be the 15th or 22nd of January. I'll still be going live here. And then I'll probably fall asleep. I'll have to set an alarm to make sure I get back up for his live stream. And then what else? There was something else that I wanted to mention. I think I tried to mention this last week's live stream. I don't know if I got it out. I feel like I did. But I am starting a second channel that's going to be non-fish related. It's going to be mechanical in nature, if that makes sense. And like, so one of the videos I want to do is I was donated a plasma cutter from a coworker. So I was doing all the fish stands for Ohio Fish Rescue. He had this old school plasma cutter. He said it works, you can have it. He's like, it's so old you can't get like parts for it. So I'm going to do like a restoration on it. Like, I don't want to say restoration where it's not going to be like brand new, but I'm going to go through like tearing it apart and upgrading, not necessarily upgrading, updating the parts to newer stuff, so that way I can get replacement stuff for it. But that'll be like something on that channel. I could technically say it's fish related because it's for making fish stands, but it's mechanical, so it's going to be on my other channel. I have a new security camera. I feel like I already mentioned all this. I have a new security camera. I got to replace one of my cameras. Has like a color issue. The company sent me a replacement. I'm going to like do a video on like installing that, but there will be a second channel. I hate stupid people said Gremlin. Gremlin's kind of cool. Duchess. Tiny. I think we already have Tiny Adele. Tiny's on the list. William Jansen says fish name Scarp, SC Aquatics Rare Puffer. Scarp. It's funny that you made it like stand for something, but Scarp almost sounds like it's like scarfing, like food, like scarping. That's funny. Gizmo, that's what I was thinking. So Gremlin, I was like, what was the gremlin's name? Gizmo. Gizmo, that's it. Gizmo or Spike. I'll put Spike down. So we got Gizmo. I'll put Spike. Any other names? We got a good list going. We might have to do like a few rounds of voting, because I don't think I'll be able to fit all these into a poll. I don't think YouTube's going to let me do 30 different names. So we might do like, all right, vote with these 5 names, and I'll write the winner down. We'll do vote these 5 names, write the winner down, and then we'll do like a vote off, if you want to say. Gizmo would be at the top of my list. Gizmo is a good name. I like Gizmo. Spike is what happened when you fed the after 9. Fishy McFish Face. Why does that sound familiar? Does somebody already have a pet named that? Poll votes, you can do as many as you like on Facebook. SC Aquatics as a business has a Facebook page. I honestly really don't use it. YouTube takes up all my time these days with, outside of work and stuff like that. So I'll probably do the community, like, I'm trying to keep it, this is for you guys on YouTube. So I'll probably do the polls on here. And then, like I said, if I had to do, like, multiple rounds, we'll do eliminations. And we'll get it down. If you name it Gizmo, you will need a gadget. Are you saying I need another pufferfish, Evelyn? Do I need a second pufferfish? Let's not talk. Well, I do have the pea puffer, but it's going to stay tiny. HSP said, pick your top 10 favorites, put your top 6, split 3 and 3 into 2 separate 5-choice polls. That's a good idea. Training McTrainface was a new train in the UK named by the community. Training McTrainface. It was what? Fishy McFish Face? That's on the list. I'm going to do the poll right after this guy. So, when my live stream's over, I'll do the polls, and we'll get at least round 1 of the voting done. And then, I'll let that go for at least a day or two. So everybody can vote, and then we'll go through eliminations, and maybe I'll do like a special live stream of the name reveal, something like that. See, but I think you guys can see how many people vote. I wish it was like hidden to where you guys don't know who won. How can I make that work to where you guys don't know who won? Dougie said Bodie McBoatface was a boat named by the UK public when asked to vote. Oh my gosh. Mickey said, at Essie, you should feel good about the name Steven. Is your fish, plus we'll have to live with it for a while. Well, I mean, that's why, like, when this gets limited down. Alright, that's what I'll do. Mickey, you're right. So, what we'll do is we'll vote it down to what you guys are saying, the top 3 or whatever, and then I'll pick one of the names out of the top 3 that I like the most. That's how we'll do it. So that way, you guys pick the name, but I get to pick, like, the winner of the names, right? I think that's fair. Jim said Puffer name, Big Rich or Josh. I could name it Big Rich and be like, man, Big Rich is eating me out of house and... Is it house? I just messed that up. Home and household? Nope. I messed up that analogy. Now I'm blanking. Big Rich is eating everything. Oh. Big Rich. I'll put Big Rich on there. Did we... I think we already had Punk. We'll put Pumpkin for Josh. Should we put Pumpkin Boy? Who always calls him Pumpkin Boy? Pumpkin Boy. Big Rich. Oh, man. House and Home. That's it. Adele, Big Rich eating you out of House and Home. Can you imagine if Pumpkin Boy was like the winner? Now I would have to pick it, so like it'd be like I could see it getting to the top 3, and like I think I would have to call Josh and like record the phone call and be like, just so you know, the top 3 names for this puffer is Pumpkin Boy. He would probably be like, don't you dare do it. Matt said, forget the poll, that's the name. We still gotta pull it. Because I don't know if I can name it after Josh, who gave me the fish. Because it would probably make him mad. Everybody says Pumpkin wins. And Josh would never talk to you again. I know. That would not be fun. Josh actually invited me to go to Florida with him for this pond build that him and Woolstar are actually on their way back. And he asked me, like, just a couple days after I did my vacation for next week. I was like, man, if you would have asked me last week, whenever he asked me to go, it's like, if you asked me last week, I could have scheduled, like, this week off instead of next week, and I could have went to Florida. Like, that would have been fun. But I feel like if I name the fish Pumpkin Boy, I feel like he probably won't be inviting me to Florida again. Matt said that fish will forever be known as Pumpkin, no matter what it's named. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Oh man. Jeez, you guys are cracking me up. But, alright, so I'm gonna make the polls. And I won't even, just so you guys know, I won't put Pumpkin in the poll yet. Because I know you guys are already saying it's the winner. So we're going to go with the original list here. I'll do the poll now. I'll even open it right now so I don't forget to do it. Come on, chat. Get me to the bottom. But Pumpkin can be our secret name. Oh, yeah, I can see it now in the Ohio Fish Rescue live chat. Everybody's like, how's Pumpkin doing? I hope he's eating well. And Big Ridge is going to think you're talking about Josh and his diet, and then he'll go on about how Josh's diet is because he's trying to put on muscles. Oh, man. Name it Maboo. I can't name a Fahaka a Maboo. Pumpkin is up there with Squirrel. CPC Aquatics says I like the name Rabbit. I can put that on there. Give Pumpkin some clams already. Oh my gosh. The chat, it's not even the chat on my live streams, it's what you guys will be saying in OFR, because you would confuse the crap out of Big Rich. Oh my gosh. Oh, I heard Pumpkin bit somebody today. He's going to be looking at Josh like, you bit somebody? Name him punny, he ain't even gonna know, yet he will know. Farrell's Fishroom said, my puffer's name is Munch. Okay. Doomed. Yeah. Man. Create post. Poll. How many of these can I add? Okay, it does limit me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can only do 5 names at a time, so we'll have to do a few posts. And then I'll keep track of who wins each post, and then we'll limit it down. So I'm going to type it right now while we're still on here before LRB comes on. Vote for, what, the Fahaka Puffer name? Round 1. I'm going to just go down the list of as they came in. So you guys know. And it's posted. So the first 5 are on there. I'm going to make a note where I stopped on the list. And the first 5, just so you guys know, is Chomper, Igor, Lil Puff, Buck, and Kevin. And I'll let that go. Round 1 of, there's going to be at least 5 rounds for sure. Puffy the Clamshell Slayer. That made me laugh, so I'm putting that on there. Puffy. And I think what I'll do is, once we have an official name, I'll have to make some sort of like 3D print their name so it's in the tank. So every time I'm like recording that tank, there's like a name tag like in the tank of whatever their name is. I think we can run pretty far with this. How do I vote on mobile? Yes. I don't know. So I'm assuming you'll have to go to my channel through mobile, and then there should be a community tab. I think. I don't know how it works on mobile. But it would be under the community tab. Hopefully you can find it. Worst case, if that doesn't work and you're on a phone, obviously mobile, open YouTube through your web browser on your phone. If you got an iPhone, when you go to like Safari, you can tell it to, like, when you click like I forget if it's like a swipe up or whatever, where your like bookmarks are, you can open it as desktop mode, and then you'll be able to go to community tab. Oh Lord, Pumpkin is going to be in the tank. It's going to be Pumpkin. We know this already. Oh, man. Junior Metalhead said, yes, go to channel, then click community tab, and it's right there at the top. Thank you, Junior Metalhead. We got 9 votes already. So, in first place right now is Chomper. In second place is Kevin. And in third place is Igor. So, if you guys saw, I'm on my community tab right now. 3 days ago, I posted a picture of a plant, and I said, name that plant. That is the Brazilian pennywort. And it basically looks like a lily pad. It shoots off runners, makes a new lily pad, and shoots off. It's growing gangbusters for me right now. And what's awesome is that I tried a little experiment. I put some of it in my 75-gallon with Jake the Aranda goldfish, and he's not destroying it. So I'm hoping I can cover the entire top of the 75 with the pennywort, and he'll leave it alone, and that way I can get some plants in that tank to help eat the nitrates. Because with the 2 goldfish, the random tetras, the giant danios, and I feed them heavily to keep them all happy. The nitrates are always crazy. I always have to do water changes, so it'd be nice to get some plants in there. So I've been testing it. I've just put some more in there tonight. So far, so good. So if you guys have goldfish and you're looking for a plant, pennywort might be the bee's knees. Let me refresh this. Alright, where am I at? Sorry, I was on the community page. Lord Pumpkin. Oh man, Chevy Fish is here, just got back. Hey Chevy, you have missed a crazy live stream tonight with the names, and apparently no matter what name I choose, it's going to be Pumpkin no matter what. It kind of got brought up about naming it Big Rich or Pumpkin, and I was like, well, I can't name it Big Rich because Big Rich will be eating me off house and home. And then I was like, if it's Pumpkin Boy or whatever, it's going to drive Josh crazy, but... Oh, man. Jeffrey says, do you see my suggestion for Chowder? Okay, that's a good one. Let me write that down. Chowder. Jeffrey, it's on the list. It'll probably be in round 6 of the voting. I guess I can do multiple posts at once. Okay, so Chomper is still in the lead. Igor is now tied with Lil Puff and Kevin. Buck is coming in at last place right now. Currently 16 votes. Pennywort is a cool plant. Yeah, it actually came in on some other plant because it was really small. I'm like, I don't know what this is. And then it just like blew up. I was like, man, this is sweet. That's pretty awesome. I'll check the replay. Yeah, you'll have to watch it because the names have been pretty good. I have a whole list. I can only pull 5 of them at once, so it's going to be multiple polls. And I'm going to pick the winner out of each one, and we'll go from there. And once I have it down to like the top 5 names overall, then I'll pick one. I'll probably do a special live stream. I mentioned right before I think you came on. I'll do a live stream and we'll reveal. Maybe I'll do a reveal party. You know how they have the gender reveal? Maybe I'll do a reveal party of the name. Ooh, maybe I'll get Big Rich and Josh in on it. Man, that's what I'll do. The ideas are flowing. I can do a live stream through StreamYard and have them join me for the reveal of the name. Metalhead, can Gorgu be a late entry? Yeah, I'll put Gorgu down. That's from a Mandalorian. Snoop. I'll put Snoop. Pennywise. Mickey said, don't let people vote, Stephen. Use the ideas and then you choose. I'm going to let them vote it down to a smaller group. And then I'll crunch the data and then I'll pick one from the group. There's quite a few on here I really like. Will there be a keg for the reveal part? I'm coming. I'll have to do something. It'll be funny. I wonder... So I'm off on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I wonder if I can get this wrapped up by then and go up to OFR and do a reveal live stream from OFR. Man, I don't know. We'll see. Name it tapeworm. That way when you feed it, you can say it's time to feed the tapeworm. I'll write it down. I call him the pig. Time to feed the pig. Alright. Well, guys, I am definitely past the 1 hour mark. There's a ton of good names. I'm going to actually keep rolling on the community posts. I'm going to get all the posts out there with these names, and I'll crunch the top ones. Let me see. Where are we at now? Chomper is still winning round 1. Or their first 7 names. But, alright guys, thank you so much for partaking in this, and I'm interested to see what comes out as far as the name. I'm going to do all the posts, so give me a few minutes. Metalhead Prime says 1 hour mark, so what? Man, I try to keep to the 1 hour stream, so Lucas Brett's LRB Aquatics, he goes live typically at this time, like 9:30, 9:45. So that way people can join his channel, watch his live stream or whatnot. And then, yeah. Somebody said Buckeye. I don't think that was on the list. We were talking about Bruce. I'll put Buckeye on there. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much. It was a fun live stream. It really was. So, I think I will do a special live stream. I'm guessing it'll probably be like Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday of what the final name is. But I'm about to hop on the community page and start making more polls. Give me a few minutes. Make sure you vote in each of them. And we'll get to the bottom of this. But thank you, everybody, for the Super Chats tonight. I can't remember off the top of my head. I know Matt was the first one with the $6.14 Super Chat, the 614. I Hate Stupid People did one for 614. And there was another one. I don't know if I can scroll back. I think it was Metalhead Prime did a $5 if I remember. I can't scroll back far enough. But anyways, thank you guys so much for the Super Chats. I do appreciate it. Have a Merry Christmas. If I don't see you Friday, if I don't do a live stream, Merry Christmas. And if not, I will see you Friday. Hopefully. Anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you.